getting our presentation ready here, guys.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of the Diligent Wholesaler Facebook Live event. As you know, if you've seen any of our episodes before, it is our mission as investors, as wholesalers, to bring you cash deals or to bring you investment deals that you can invest in by showing all of our transparency. By earning your trust, we want to show you all the calculators we use, all the analysis that goes into analyzing a property, how to even find these deals that we're doing. We show you everything because it's our belief and our mission that if we can deliver true value to you and show you profitable deals, that you'll want to continue to do business. And we want to grow your business as well as grow ours. If you're interested in finding some of our deals and also receiving a special gift that we'll be discussing today, on the Facebook page you'll see a sign up button here. Click on that, fill out some very simple information, and you'll join our newsletter where we'll be sending you all of our latest deals that are fully vetted and analyzed by our experts here at the Diligent Wholesaler. You'll also receive our free gift that we'll be displaying here today. As well as other information and tips on how to grow your business, what's been working for us and what has made us so successful, and how you can directly take that into your own company. Today, what we'll be doing is extending from what we had from last week, where we showed you our repair calculator. We were able to walk through and have a newbie investor go basically head-to-head with our general contractor, our expert who's done 1,000 walkthroughs. She was actually able to get the repair estimate within roughly about $5,000 or $6,000 above what our expert had estimated. So we deliver that tool to you. If you're interested in receiving that, if you missed it last week, just email Evan at the Diligent Wholesaler and he'll send that on over to you. This is going to another step here in the analysis process. What you must do as an investor is find the actual comps, the adjusted comps, what the repair value is, what the estimated ARV is actually going to be for this property. So what we do is our proprietary adjusted comp system. Today you're going to watch Evan show a property that we actually just got under contract. He's going to show you everything, how he finds comps, and then he's going to plug it into our proprietary adjusted comps calculator to show you how to make those adjustments between a 3-bedroom and a 4-bedroom, if it's brick versus vinyl siding, even what years the buildings were built. This all is very, very important to get accurate and to adjust for so you leave with a true ARV. There's a lot of other tips and tricks that are involved inside of this, so we're going to show you everything that we do. And then at the end of the episode, if you sign up on our Facebook, again, it's the sign up button at the top of the screen, we'll send you our adjusted comps cheat sheet. So without further ado, I'll pass you on over to Evan, and he'll begin showing you how we're going to evaluate the ARV of our latest property under contract.
All right. Hey guys, how's it going? All right, so the property we're going to look at today, actually if you can show the screen up here, this should follow exactly what I'm doing. We are going to be looking at 4005 West 106th Street in Oaklawn. So, how are we going to find comps on this? How do I get over to, there we go.
Let's go like this, and then go like this.
All right, here we are. So, we are in Redfin, right? Everyone's got access to Redfin. We're going to search 4005 West 106th Street. Boom, popped up. Easy enough. So, this is the property that we will be finding comps for. This is the property, as John mentioned earlier, that we have under contract right now. It is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,130 square foot home. Take a look at the pictures. It's a pretty updated home. Looks like it just had a recent rehab. The bathrooms are updated. The kitchen, it has granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. The cabinets are a little dated. and it has about a 1.5 car garage. It's enough room for one car and, you know, some toys in the backyard, maybe a lawnmower. So that's what we're working with, right? All right. I'm going to take you over into our Excel sheet now. So now you can see here on the left, I have the address in up here, and then I already pre-plugged in all of those numbers that I just read off. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, brick, slab, 1-car garage, all the numbers that we're really interested in looking at today to evaluate the price of this home. So, we're going to go back into Redfin here, and I'm just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. Boom. These are all the homes that Redfin thinks are comparable for me. I'm going to make that final determination, but let's see what Redfin pulled up. So, this is very close, right? This is probably the closest one down here. It's 0 miles away. We're going to take a look at this one. It's a 3-bed, 1.5 bath. The square feet's not listed. In order to find the square feet, sometimes I can go into Zillow, and they'll have the square feet listed. If not, sometimes you kind of have to work without it. But let's go through the pictures. Looks like a similar home. A lot of carpet. Okay, so what did I notice here? This bathroom, let's go back. That bathroom is not updated. The kitchen is not updated. So I'm not going to use this house as a comp because by the time we're done with our house, it will look a lot nicer than this. And I'm only interested in the updated comps here. So we're not going to use this one as a comp. So what does that tell me? That tells me that 177,000 is too low. That's going to be a comp that's not in our that we're not going to use. So we're going to jump up here, go to this one here, 10404 Kedvale. Run through the pictures real quick. Okay, look at that. That's a very nice updated kitchen, new floors, interesting wallpaper, and interesting paint job. But all in all, minus the bathroom floor and the sinks, it's a fairly updated home. So what I'm going to do here is at the top of Redfin up here, where it has, I'm not really interested in the Redfin estimate. That can vary so much it just doesn't matter to me. But this sold price, the 3 beds, 1.5 bath, and this 1,439 square feet, that's what I'm interested in entering into our sheet here. So I'm going to go up here. What was that sold price again?
242.
242.
You can double check.
242, 3 bed, 1.5 bath. 242,000. We're gonna go here into bed, and it's a 3 bed. It's a 1 bath, 1.5 bath. The square feet was 1,429 or so. The exterior here, let's double check.
I think it's brick.
I think it was brick.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a brick home. Make sure we got everything else. Brick home, nothing on the garage, maybe it says down here. Alright, 2 car. Number of cars, garage space is 2. So this is a 2-car garage.
Does it have a basement?
It does not have a basement, and neither does the comp. So for here, we're going to go into slab. We're going to go to 2-car. And as you'll notice, as I'm making these changes, on the right here, under the adjustments column, it's making the adjustments that we already have programmed into the spreadsheet. So for the full bath, adding that adds $6,000 worth of value. For the half bath, our subject property doesn't have one, so we actually have to take off $3,000. All those numbers that are in parentheses are negative adjustments on our comp here.
Oh, you have to change the exterior to brick.
2-car, acres about the same. This is a bi-level home.
And year built.
Alright, just gotta get that here.
$41,000 to $50,000. So year built will probably be 1960. Yeah. So
And then we'll just go in and get the address, and we'll move on to the next comp here.
cool.
Alright, for comp 2, we're going to go back here to the main one. Right, this is our subject property. What's nice about Redfin is it just, as soon as you go back, it just shoots you back to the bottom of the page. So now we know 242,000 is an updated 3-bed, 1.5 bath, around the same square footage that we're dealing with for the subject. So now that we know where we stand that way, we're going to try this one on Kilbourne. That seems to be similar to the one we just used. Again, we're going to run through all the pictures. Hardwood floors, kitchens,
Kind of dated.
yeah, half updated. You know, the appliances aren't all the way there, but the cabinets are fine. It's white. That works for me. Seen a lot of carpet. Yeah, all in all, yeah, this works as an update bathroom. You know, it's got a stand-up shower. That's great. This is a 2-car garage.
It's
And a brick home. So we're going to use this one. Let's get the address first this time.
So it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5
Yeah,
baths.
this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath,
13.6
worth
square feet.
$240,000.
Yep.
So we're going to plug in the address into our sheet here. Sold price is $240,000. For beds, we're at 3. For full bath, we are at 2. For half bath, we're at 1. The square footage,
13 something, 1,300 square feet.
1306. Windows right on the money. Exterior in this one was also brick. Does not have a basement.
Oh really?
Well, it's actually it's a bi-level home, so it's just like the first one,
Got it.
just like the so it's just you step down. It has a 2-car. Change that. 2-car is right. The year built. Go back here, check again. 1968. Change this to a bi-level. And no, this is not a foreclosure. And I think we've hit all of the.
So what was adjusted on this particular one, and how much was taken off?
So if we look at this one, this is comparable number 2 to the subject over here. It's a 3-bed, just like the subject. It's a 2 full bath, just like the subject. However, it does have 1 half bath. So we took off $3,000 because the subject does not have a half bath. The square foot is about the same. Brick, slab, same. 2-car. Our subject is actually a 1-car, so we had to subtract for that as well. But other than that, everything is about the same. So now we're going to go ahead and go to comp 3. You know, using 3 comps is pretty much what we like to use. We've messed around using anywhere from 5 to 15 comps, and the reality is if you're using more than 6 comps, you're probably getting in some properties that just shouldn't be in there. 3 is kind of the magic number that we like to use. Back to Redmond over here. Back to the subject property. It's going to pop me down to the bottom of the page. And let's see what these prices are like. Alright. So a lot of these are too low. 183, 164. The baths don't line up. The beds don't line up. and the price, I know it's just not a fixed up home. So we're gonna try a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. Let's see what, actually, you know what? No, we're not. That doesn't look at all anything like our subject here. Some of these are too far away. You know what? Let's try this one. We're gonna try the 192. So this sold for 192,000, which is low. It's 3 beds, just like our subject. It's 1.5 baths and 1,400 square feet. Year built 1966. So it looks a lot.
68.
1966.
Oh yeah, 66.
The numbers look very similar. It's a 2-car garage. It's not very open. The kitchen. It is like our subject in that it's got dated cabinets, but I don't really like the flooring. It does have stainless steel appliances, but the countertops are not updated. This is not an updated kitchen.
Galley kitchen too.
Yeah, and like Wendell said, it's a galley kitchen. The bathroom, I mean, that's not a lot to see.
Oh, wood paneling, yeah, not very updated. No wonder it sold at 192.
Exactly. So
Bathroom
just like
is
Wendell
also
said,
there.
we can see even in the bathroom here, if we look at the floors and the vanity and even the tiles, this is just not an updated house, and it sold for 192. So we're not going to use this one.
I mean, you can also find, when you click on one of the comps, you can look for like a comp close to it. So maybe go to the one that is this one, the 0 mile.
I think that's the one we used.
Yeah, click there.
We
And then,
used that one already.
yeah, I know. Click there and then scroll down to see the nearby sold comps of that house. If that makes sense. Or that house, yeah, whichever.
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah.
So what's this one? Mileage. Kenton. Okay, we'll try this one.
Now, what's great about the calculator is if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of comps, like your house, you can, like this is a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's a lot bigger. This is a perfect example because the adjustments that you can make will actually give you what the adjusted comp should be. So if you live in an area that doesn't have a lot of subject properties that you can evaluate, this is a great tool. Then you're going to want to use this to at least get fairly close. Obviously, the closer to the subject property, the better. But that's why we designed this tool, is so that you can make those adjustments to have an apples-to-apples comparison.
So the reason we're not going to use that one, even though we can make the adjustments for the beds and the baths, is if we look at the square feet, it's just way bigger than our subject, and once we look through those photos, it's just not updated.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're going to go back down and see if we can find
Nearby comps.
more homes at the bottom here.
Maybe
3 bath,
maybe this.
252. We're going to try this one on 107th. We're on 106, so. All right, 252, 3 bed, 3 bath, so it's got more bathrooms. Hardwood floors, kitchen is updated. It's even got a TV mount. Awesome. Yeah, and the bathrooms
Updated
look
bathroom.
great. This is minus some dated furniture, which doesn't matter to us. So we're going to go ahead and use this comp. This is the address. It's 252.5, 3 bed, 3 bath. Three bath, right?
3 bath.
3 bed, 3 bath. And as you can see, as soon as I updated the baths, it took off $6,000 from that sale price.
Brick.
Go back here, I believe it was a brick home.
Yeah.
It's brick. It was built in 1966. Seems to be a common year here.
Oh, brick, not stucco.
Again, we're dealing with I believe we're dealing with a bi-level home. Double check here.
There seems to be a basement, but
Yeah. We could
just finished basement.
Yeah, so this one actually, I would call that a basement, not just a lower level. So we're gonna go in here, finished basement. It was a 2-car garage. Was it a 2-car garage? Let's double check. All right, we want our numbers to be right. So, yeah. If I look in the back there, that's definitely a 2-car garage. This would be I'm gonna put it in there as a bi-level. Or what's in it? Yeah. It's the same. Okay, and so after we've done that, you know, what we have at the bottom here is, are the comps close enough to each other? That's actually, we're not looking to see how close they are distance, because we're making the assumption that when we're entering in these addresses, we are close enough to the subject for us to even, you know, use them as comps. So this question here is actually answering, are they close enough in value? And so if we get a no, then we know our comps just are too far apart in terms of the adjusted price, and it's going to tell us right out that we should not be using those comps to find the value of this property. So after we've done all that, we can see here that the after repair value is $232,000, and I stand here very confident on that number because we know all of the numbers that go into the back end of this spreadsheet, and by that we know that right here, $6,000 full bath. That's about the price in this area for a full bath. $3,000. That's the value add or the value you take away for a half bath. Square footage. This varies based on the difference in square feet here. As you can see with the first property is the first comp was 1,430 square feet, and our comp was only 1,130. So that took off $10,000 on this comp's price because our subject is, well, smaller. The 2-car garage, same deal. 1 car, 2 car, it took off $7,500. And if we actually go to, where was the number list we used, the thing at the end. Aha. So, this is what you guys want to see. This is how we fill in the back end of that spreadsheet. This is what we'll be giving out and emailing to anyone who goes into our Facebook page today and does sign up. If you are already signed up, you will receive this when we send this out later this afternoon or early tonight. What we have here is the features that we look at most often to calculate or to adjust the comps. So we have bedrooms, bathrooms, age of the house, basement, what type of basement, does it have a garage, how many cars, was this a foreclosure, and the square footage.
Yeah.
What we like here is that...
Can I say a few things?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, guys, Wendell's going to break this down for you a little further.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yep. So, in an ideal world, you know, when you do comps or when you do comparable market analysis to find out what the ARV is, you will want all the comps or comparables to be exactly like the subject. But in the real world, it's rare unless you are in a subdivision, right, where all the houses look the same. It's rare that you find 2 houses that are exactly alike. Hence, when I developed this tool, I looked at what appraisers do. And what appraisers do is when they look at a subject property, they compare it with all the sold houses in the neighborhood, and then they adjust the comparables to be closer to the subject. So for example, if the subject has 4 bedrooms, but the comparable only has 3, then they would add like $10,000 to the comparable, so that now it becomes closer to the subject. So it's like it's 3 bedrooms, but now you want to make it into a 4-bedroom. This is what the value increase will be. So what we have in here would be the rules of thumb on how to adjust the comps. So number of bedrooms, you adjust it by $10,000 to $20,000 depending on the area and the price range. So the more expensive the homes, then you add $20,000. If it's 200,000 and below, you add $10,000, and so on and so forth. So you will get this when you sign up. But yeah, I mean, this is I mean, it's again rare that you find two houses that are exactly alike, and it's even rarer to find three comps that are exactly the same as your subject. Therefore, with these adjustments, then now you can make your comparables truly comparable to your subject, and therefore your ARV will be more accurate versus, not making the adjustments. I mean, you've seen the spreadsheets, right? The spreadsheet. If you don't have the adjustments, then you would say, if you look at the prices, you have 242, 240, 252. If you just average that out, that will average, like 245, right? But the after repair value, when you make the adjustments, is only 232. So right there, you could be $13,000 off on a deal, if you only average things out, right? And then this is actually a very good comparable market analysis. The comps are pretty close to each other as well. But sometimes you will get comps that are 240, 250, and then 300,000, right? If you average that out, you will get a very erroneous result, and you could be like $30,000-$40,000 off. But with the adjustments, what the calculator is doing is making the comps really closer to the subject versus what they are right now. So anyway.
And so guys, just so you know, this sheet that I just walked you through is actually something that we'll be releasing as part of the big thing. So even though right now we're just showing you the back end information, it is really the back end information is really helpful. But as soon as we launch the big thing, you'll have access to the exact same thing that I was just doing. But without that, in terms of what you can do right now is, on my laptop, I have that exact same spreadsheet that we just had up there that just lists, hey, a bedroom is worth between $10,000 to $20,000. A full bath is worth between $3,000 to $6,000. I have that just up on my computer and go to it all the time. Now, I do that 10, 20 times a day, so now I kind of have it memorized. But it's definitely a really helpful sheet just to have to use on your own. And you can make a very simple spreadsheet in Excel and just list out bedrooms, bathrooms, square feet, year built, garage, basement, and you'll have most of the things you need to make the adjustments on your own with those numbers. And that's really what we're trying to do here today, is to give you a way to do the comps yourself so that you can, as Wendell mentioned earlier, adjust them correctly, because you don't want to be just using the average sold price, because you could be just totally destroying a deal that you think you might have, or you leaving a lot on the table, and you don't want to do either one of those.
Yep. So bonus, will give them a tour to my office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So you guys just saw our office, where John and I work every day.
All right, so this is your bonus section. So we'll give you a tour of, well, it's not really a big office, as you can see, but what goes on in real life of a real estate investor. So I mean, we invest in real estate. This is what we do day in, day out, and I have here on the board the list of properties that we need to close. Now we have properties way more than this. We have wholesale deals. It's a different whiteboard. So in here, because I'm responsible for getting our deals funded, so I wrote down here the rent-to-own deals, the done-for-you deals, and our fix-and-flip deals. So the ones in green are our rent-to-own deals that we are that we have joint venture partners for. So as you can see, like for example, we bought this for $210, one in Elmhurst. The sales price, we will do rent-on with it. We will sell it for $330. Because we're using hard money loan, the cash that we need is $68,000. But look at the profit, $64,000. Gutstruck, I like this deal a lot more. The one in Homewood, profit is 68 grand and the cash needed is only 47. Unfortunately, I already have a joint venture partner lined up for that one. So, and then we have Berwin, which is almost 1:1, 100% ROI, 53 grand profit with a $55,000 investment. And then we also do what I call done for you rent to own, and these are the ones in blue. So we have a property in 917 Marshall Bellwood. We are, it's under contract for 75,000. We will sell it to you, under our done for you rent to own, and as the name denotes, we will do all the work. So we will line you up a GC, so that the GC will oversee the work. It's $26,000 rehab, $75,000 purchase. Overall, you will need $36,000 cash, and the profit that you will make is $37,000. The property is worth $145,000, and you can sell it all day long rent to own for $160,000. And then the actual property that Evan analyzed actually is 4005 West 106th Street in Oaklawn. We got it for $162,500. It needs like very minimal work, like $3 grand. Like some tuck pointing. The roof is okay. There's some shingles here and there. Like the whole chimney to the roof, the whole I forgot what it's called, but where it intersects, we just need to ensure that no water can leak through there, and all of that you can do for $3 grand or probably even less. It's worth $230,000. We will sell it for $250,000. Rent to own. This one is done for you. So if you guys wanna participate in this deal, let Evan know. The profit is $56,000 with a $60,000 investment. So again, it's like almost 100% ROI. Where in the world can you get an investment where you can make 100% ROI, right, on your money? It's ridiculous. So and then we also have a fix and flip deal, 442 North Mozart. It will be worth $1.15 million by the time we put $180,000 of work in it. And then we will make almost $100,000 profit. It's not as good from an ROI standpoint, but it's the biggest profit, potential right now. And this one should be finished, and sold in 6 months, because this in Ravenswood Manor, which is a very hot area. So anyway, so every day this is what we do, and guys, if you want to participate in our done for you rent to own, or joint venture with us, again, let Evan know or let me know. And yeah, so that's your bonus section. And for next episode, right, what we're gonna do? You wanna talk about it, or you want me to talk about it?
Go ahead.
Okay. So next episode, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something exciting in preparation for the Big Thing launch. The Big Thing launch is on November 11. That's not next Friday, but next Friday. But on our next episode, next Wednesday, we will have a guest, but the topic is, how do you do your first fix and flip with zero cash coming out of your pocket? I know a lot of you are newbie investors, you haven't done a fix and flip yet. Well, this is your opportunity. If funding is the issue, if you cannot buy a house because you don't have the money, we will show you the money next week, okay? How about that, right? And I will have a guest who will talk about where do you get the down payment, so that you can qualify for a hard money loan. And then Evan will talk about how do you qualify for a hard money loan in the first place. So with our special guest, who actually has that source of funding for you, you don't want to miss the next episode, and we'll talk to you guys next week.